very welcome to Tubbercurry for this afternoon's AIB LGFA All-Ireland Junior Championship semi-final. It is the meeting of Coolera Strandhill of Sligo against Mungret St. Paul's of Limerick. Both sides going through their final paces here on what is so far a dry afternoon in County Sligo. The weather is holding up. There's a bit of wind in the air, but nothing to get too concerned about just at this juncture. So we'll take a look at the teams for this afternoon's semi-final. We'll look at the hosts, Coolera Strandhill, who have moved this game due to their own pitch being unplayable. They've moved it here to Tubbercurry, and they line out in their familiar red and white, and they're over to our right. They start with goalkeeper Bevian Hart, hero in the Connacht final. Lisa Kilfeather, Holly Gilligan and captain Edwina O'Malley make up the full back line. Susanna Gilligan, Aoibhinn Cawley and Niamh O'Callaghan are the half back line. Ruth Goodwin is partnered by Shona Dalton at midfield. Sarah McDaniel, Heather Coffey and Emer McIntyre are the 10, 11 and 12. The inside line sees Leah Kerrigan, Orna Murphy and Anna McDaniel. The team is managed by Pat Kerrigan. We'll take a look now at the side from Limerick. They are the Limerick Intermediate Champions and indeed Munster Junior Champions. As you can see there, they're just gathering into their huddle. They have had to change from their familiar colours of red and white to the reverse, which is a predominantly white strip. And their team lines up with Cork native Carol Bateman in goals, a full back line of Caoimhe O'Neill, Laura Dunn and Mairead Clancy. The half back line is Shannon Burke, Cameron Maloney and Gillian Burke. Midfield partners, we'll just pause actually now for the Áraí. I'll bring you the rest of the Mungret team momentarily. Okay, so both sets of supporters joining us here in Kilcoyne Park for this one. And just to bring you to the rest of the Mungret team, the midfield partners are Claire O'Mara and captain Anya Ryan. Emer O'Rourke, Grania McKenna and Niamh Crowley are the half-forward line. The inside line shows Jane Casey and Niamh O'Keefe, who flank Aoife Morrissey. Aoife wears number 18. She replaces Megan O'Malley in the starting 15. So it does look as though Mungret are going to play from left to right as you look at it and attack the car park end over to our right hand side, and indeed that means Coolera Strandhill will play from right to left as you look at it. A reminder, Mungret in white and red, predominantly white strip, and Coolera Strandhill of Sligo predominantly in the red. The referee for this one comes from Offaly. His name is Kieran Groom, and his assistants are Aaron Clogher and Sandra Shanaher, both from Roscommon, and the fourth official is Paul McCaughey of Westmeath. There's a result on the day scenario here in Sligo for this one, so extra time could be on the cards. Both these sides looking for a first ever All-Ireland final appearance for their club at any grade, at any code. So history certainly set to be made over the next 60 plus minutes of action. And as you can probably see there's already a change at midfield for Mungret. Is Grania McKenna, the player of the match in the Munster final. She goes to midfield for the throw-in at least. And we are underway in this AIB junior semi-final, and straight away McKenna gets onto it and feeds the ball to her captain Anya Ryan, and in turn finds Claire O'Mara, and again McKenna with that slow lethargic build-up gets on it, and Mungret hopefully through Niamh O'Keefe looking to launch their first attack. Here is captain Ryan. He gives it back to Caoimhe O'Neill. And immediately Mungret with 12 players inside the Strandhill half, but they've turned the ball over. And the Sligo Junior B champions of last season, Junior A champions of this season, and the ball handled while on the deck there on her knees was Niamh Crowley. So first free of the afternoon comes the way of the Sligo side, and they have the ball now with the familiar Anna McDaniel, a real threat. She sends it inside. Orna Murphy has to race with it. Is the whitewash going to beat her to it? She does well to keep it in, does Murphy, and she in turn sends it back here to McDaniel, who continued to run. There's advantage coming for Coolera Strandhill, and the referee has decided that none is forthcoming. And a ripple of applause from the home support. They stand here uniquely split right down the middle by the tunnel, and it appears Mungret St. Paul's supporters are on the left of that stand as they look onto the pitch, and the home supporters over to our right. So a bit of a hush now as McDaniel comes over to line this one up. Right-footed McDaniel. The umpires immediately though waving it as a wide, and a first wide of the afternoon for Coolera Strandhill, but decent inroads into the Mungret inside line. Swift counter-attack. And here's Carol Bateman. Clean sheet in that Munster final. Very strong under the dropping ball, and she finds too many steps taken there. There's a free in. I don't think Mungret have realised it just yet. The player pulled was Gillian Buckley. Gillian appears to be playing at cornerback. It looks like both Mairead Clancy and Caoimhe O'Neill have vacated those cornerback positions for now at least. And Coolera Strandhill decide to go back, and it is Anna McDaniel. And again, Strandhill looking for that first score. McDaniel feeds it to the run of Ava Cawley, but she's matched all the way by the Mungret number 18 advantage coming for Mungret. Good work there by Aoife Morrissey. Now, while she does wear a subs number, of course she started this one, but indeed she did start the Munster final as well. So here's Bateman, missed the Munster semi-final, but returned to keep another clean sheet. Clean sheets in the Munster final and also in the Limerick final. Two very tight victories over Knockany and Limerick, and then in the Munster final over Middleton in Mallow. So they've had to do it the hard way. And a reminder, Coolera Strandhill, after winning Connacht, went to Netherlands of all places last week to play Paris Bordeaux Gales, and a comprehensive 7-18 to 1-4 victory sees them into the semi-final. They enjoyed their trip by all accounts, but the serious business now of the Munster champions in their way, as indeed Mungret St. Paul's come across for the first time inside the 45 with clean possession. Ball comes back, and it's a free for Mungret. Claire O'Mara wins the free. Good work there by Anya Ryan to gather the loose ball, finds O'Mara, and a free in coming from Mungret. The wind, which there is some, is favouring Coolera Strandhill in this opening half. So Mungret won't be in a major rush for this, as McKenna sends it in. There's a slip and a trip inside there, and coming out with it appears is the team captain Edwina O'Malley. She finds a teammate as Ava Cawley gets on it. She's been busy at both ends. There's a strong arm there. Home supporters don't like it. Referee is happy enough to let play continue. Ball sent in here. A race for possession, easily won by Orna Murphy. Murphy, has she a runner off her shoulder? She decides she's going to go herself. Anna McDaniel is on her right. Here is the ball to McDaniel. It's overcooked. Back there for Mungret is Niamh Crowley. And a great tussle for possession between the two of those. Referee has said it's a free in. The Coolera Strandhill player appeared to gain possession marginally ahead of the Mungret player, so a bit of disagreement from Crowley, but nevertheless the decision stands from the Offaly official. So a much easier free, it would look from here anyway, for Anna McDaniel, but I'm sure in All-Ireland semi-finals with a bit of a win there's not too many easy frees. But McDaniel opens her account. Number 15 on the mark, just inside the 5-minute mark, as you can see there. And Mungret, again, not rushing to take the kick out. Carol Bateman looking for options. There's runners galore, there's jogs left and right, and she sends it out to Cameron Maloney. Maloney, referee, gives a little pip on the whistle, and it's a free to Mungret St. Paul's. Mungret St. Paul's, of course, just on the outskirts of Limerick. Very much a growing club in all codes. They've already this season won junior shield title at Camogie, but back underway here is Jane Casey, or in fact, sorry, it's Leah Kerrigan, I should say. And coming out with it is Mairead Clancy, wins her free. And Clancy straight away sends it into the attack, and it's Emma O'Rourke, gathers it well. O'Rourke skips by a couple of challenges, gives it to Anya Ryan, and in turn finds Claire O'Mara. They're linking up well a couple of times already. Back to Grania McKenna, one of the real scoring threats for the Limerick champions. Carried now by Emma O'Rourke. A sea of red and white in her way. Here's Niamh O'Keefe, and O'Keefe's hand pass is a little bit of a blind one, and it is intercepted. And again, there's ebbs and flows to this one already. Ball sent down to Murphy, and she looks a real danger in the Coolera Strandhill attack. Here is Murphy. Hand passes it off. Good tussle again for possession. Leah Kerrigan is the number 13. Kerrigan, she has a look at the post, decides to come in. Did she take too many steps? No, says the referee. And referee has decided nothing doing. And again, there's bodies everywhere. A chance here. Ball sent inside. Header caught her off the wall, off the foot of the post. Header caught her. Had the goalkeeper beaten. Hits the post. It stays in play. And Coolera Strandhill, well, it's intercepted there now. Well, Mungret goal leads a charmed life from that play. And what a chance it was for Leah Kerrigan off the foot of the post. And Mungret lead to come away with this one. And all the way back there now is Aoife Morrissey. She gives it to Gillian Buckley. Buckley met by two would-be challengers, but does well to keep a hold of it. Here is Shannon Burke. And Mungret keeping possession. Laura Dunn, very tight. Here's Anya Ryan. Previously would have been on the Limerick ladies panel. It gives it to Claire O'Mara. Not the first or last time we'll say that. Here's Grania McKenna. The three of them linking well. Grania McKenna's left hand is pulled back, and the referee decides to go to the notebook just to note the Coolera Strandhill player who committed that infringement. And again, Mungret going in search of their first score. The ball isn't the best one though between McKenna and Crowley. Crowley had to put the brakes on, and such as the conditions this time of year, that's easier said than done. So Coolera Strandhill get an easy turnover. Plenty of red and white on display in the stand here. Young and old have come from Limerick and indeed from Coolera Strandhill to support their sides. The ball is sent long and to the left, and the second wide of the day for Coolera Strandhill. And Mungret again not rushing the kick out. The breeze on the warm-up pitch, which is directly behind us here in the stand, had seemed to be picking up, and it certainly has reached the main pitch here as well. So Carl Bateman's kickouts will be under pressure here because Coolera have pushed right up the pitch, and she eventually plots a gap to find a white jersey. Here's Bateman. Bateman shows good hands at the second attempt to get that one away. A really strong hand pass in the end, and the ball finds its way now to the number 12, Niamh Crowley. And Crowley into McKenna. McKenna's hands on this occasion have let her down. And it's turned over. Anna McDaniel playing a lot deeper than the number 15 jersey would always suggest. And here is McDaniel again. She helped herself to 2 goals and 4 points in that victory last week in the Netherlands. So she certainly has the eye for goal. And there's that good interchange here. The ball comes back to Ruth Goodwin. Goodwin off the right. Where's it going? It's going to tail. It's going to go short. And Carol Bateman, as I mentioned already, very good under the dropping ball, showing it in spades there. And there's a reason that Limerick have had her in their ranks for the last couple of seasons. Ball worked away across outside, but referee deems that the Mungret player Claire O'Mara was fouled in the process of trying to gather it. And we've a player down to our left-hand side, and that is Orna Murphy of Coolera Strandhill, the physio, making her way to her. A big weekend of ladies football action. All 6 games available to stream across senior, intermediate, and indeed this grade, which is junior. The Kilmacud Crokes and the Desmonds game, 2 p.m. start this afternoon, so not that far away. And we also have the intermediate championship game between Mullerone and Beniki Tirland. That's Kingspan Breffni. That is a half-2 start. That's the intermediate semi-final. While tomorrow the corresponding junior, intermediate and senior games are all available for stream. 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. tomorrow for those games. So plenty to get interested in. Finals a fortnight away. Still a bit of concern here as to Orna Murphy's fitness, and the referee rightly halting proceedings until she's back to her feet. And thankfully The inside forward is back up to her feet. We've seen already her capabilities in attack. A goal and 2 points last week in that very, very facile victory against Paris Bordeaux Gales, and great to see a European side represented. Has often been the British side who's prevailed in their meeting and reached the quarter-finals, but Europe's turn this year, but just no match for Coolera Strandhill on this occasion, as Mungret into heavy traffic coming away for Claire O'Mara, breaks 1 or 2 lines. Ball sent inside, very lovely ball inside, chance of her shot, and it's sent to the left and wide. I think it was Emma O'Rourke who had the ultimate chance, and well, after 12 minutes it's Mungret's first wide, and indeed it was Emma O'Rourke. Bit of a snapshot, probably wasn't sure was she going for a green flag or a white one. In the end it tailed to the left, and the ball now is well read by Clancy at cornerback, her hand pass. She can regather again, and she sends it across to Gillian Buckley. Here's O'Mara, who's been very much on possession of free against her. The Mungret supporters don't agree with that one, and the notebook is out for Claire O'Mara. She's going to have a tick against her name. Well, the charging rule, always a divisive one in ladies football, as Anna McDaniel, she is very, very busy, the young starlet of this side, and she spills the ball out to Niamh O'Callaghan, and O'Callaghan in turn finds Emer McIntyre, but she's robbed of possession. Anya Ryan has to go back, and good interchange there. Ryan sends it up to Caoimhe O'Neill, and O'Neill beaten to it, tangle for possession there, and a free to Mungret St. Paul's. Often when the referee has gone to the whistle, there's a bit of hesitancy to say which way is the free, but the Limerick side on the receiving end on this occasion of the free. And here is cornerback Clancy, and she plays the quick one too, and she finds Caoimhe O'Neill, and O'Neill, tussle for possession, has to go back her too many steps is the call against O'Neill. I know her mother is tuning in from Barbados of all places. I'll tell you the interest in this game from far and wide. And O'Neill does extremely well to dispossess Anna McDaniel. Now Mungret supporters finding their voice around me here. Ball sent in, Niamh O'Keefe goes down for it, but well marshalled there by Lisa Kilfeather, and a free is given against Mungret St. Paul's, and it's a chance for Coolera Strandhill to just catch their breath and try and launch their next serious attack. So midfielder Ruth Goodwin sends it high, sends it long, well taken in the air by Orna Murphy, ends up on the deck. A real fight for the O'Neill size 5, who's going to end up with a referee right on the scene there, and let's play go. In fact, he's blown the whistle now, and it's another free to Coolera Strandhill. Said that she was on her knees there again when the ball was picked up. Ball sent diagonally across inside the 45. Well taken by Leah Kerrigan. Has a bit of a solo and a bit of a dummy. Takes on is Emer McIntyre. McIntyre has to go back. So much traffic every time players go forward, and Claire O'Mara again is pulled for the foul, and the referee decides not to go to the notebook. He had noted her earlier for the charge. Ball sent inside. Chance. What's the referee doing? He says nothing, and there's another chance. It's deflected. It's half blocked, and it's well gathered there. The shot coming in from Orna Murphy, and Carol Bateman followed it all the way, and she finds Mairead Clancy, who has to come up against the first couple of challenges. Clancy is dispossessed. Chance now for Emer McIntyre. McIntyre sends it inside to Heather Cotter, and again they're looking towards an angle for a shot, and there comes the second shot, but it's gone to the left and wide. It was Orna Murphy on this occasion, and I'm sure she'll be disappointed with that one. A player of her class and quality thought she'd split the post from there, but just got her angles and bearings a little bit wrong. So a third wide for the Sligo Junior Champions, the Connacht Junior Champions, Coolera Strandhill. And Mungret work it up that left-hand touchline again. They've not had much width to their play, but they again turn it over around that middle third. And here come the red and white of Coolera Strandhill. Anna McDaniel is everywhere in this game, but Mungret starting to get the grips with her to a certain extent. And the foul goes against Caoimhe O'Neill. The notebook is out. She's going to be the latest to just have her name, or indeed her number, noted. And a chance for McDaniel. It's a long way out. It's, what is it, 43 or 4 metres. So she decides we'll go back a little bit further and see can we work something from there. She sends it back to Holly Gilligan, the full-back. We've not had to mention her so far in the defensive piece of play. And she gets it again, does Gilligan. Gilligan sends it in. There's runners everywhere. There's a fight again for possession, and it's Kerrigan who gets on it. Kerrigan off the right sends that one high. That's going to go close, and it's gone all the way. It's the number 13, Leah Kerrigan. What a score that was. Floated up lovely, judged the win to perfection, and it's the doubling of the Coolera Strandhill advantage. And with 16.5 minutes on the clock, Mungret yet to find their groove in attack, and Coolera Strandhill, they feel, starting to find theirs. Kick out yet again is short, and Carol Bateman expertly knocks it out to this right-hand touchline. Mungret probably need to stop taking the solos and start working it through the hands. Here comes Clancy, and she again moves it on to Claire O'Mara. O'Mara, there we go, that's a bit better from Mungret's point of view. Niamh Crowley, can they work something from here? There's a chance here. Jane Casey guns it back to Mairead Clancy, and she carries it out to 2 number 4s, tussling for the ball. Not a day for bouncing it. Not the softest pitches, but it is, after all, the final day of November. And a free against Anya Ryan. And again, straight away, Anna McDaniel is the target, and indeed is the recipient of the short free. And McDaniel slices that one. I'd say that the touchline is going to beat her, and indeed it does. So Mungret St. Paul's have an opportunity to gather themselves and come away with it. Quarter-final victory in Connacht over Padraig Pearses of Roscommon. I'll come back to the importance of those two clubs this weekend. In Coolera Strandhill then secured a semi-final victory over Ahamore of Mayo, 4-8 to 2-13. I don't think we're going to reach those scores this afternoon somehow, but that'll tell you the attack prowess of this Coolera Strandhill side. But their men's team plays a Connacht final tomorrow, looking to become the first senior club from Sligo to win the Connacht Men's Championship since 1983. They face the aforementioned Padraig Pearses of Roscommon tomorrow afternoon, so a massive, massive weekend for Coolera Strandhill, and what already has been an historic season for men's and ladies football with the club. But they're not done yet. Ball sent all the way out to this near side, and it's Aoife Morrissey bearing down on goal. Morrissey looking for options. Is she fouled, taking her hand pass? She has to go back to Niamh O'Keefe, and O'Keefe does well. Left-footed pass from O'Keefe. It's missed, but thankfully Mungret have strength in numbers, and Anya Ryan, the captain, sends it to Niamh Crowley. Crowley looking for options. Here is Mairead Clancy, takes on her player, takes a solo, another solo. She's running out of road here, and wisely, I think it's fair to say, has to come back and finds Caoimhe O'Neill, and the two of those, and again, well, she's coughed up possession far too easily there, and the ball has gone back to Heather Cotter. Cotter sends it in, another tussle for possession. Coolera have green grass to go for, and the free is won by Leah Kerrigan. She sends it inside. Carol Bateman's going to have to come out for this one, and she does. Well read by the Cork native, and Mungret just weren't quick enough to come back and filter back the numbers, but can they be quick enough to launch an attack? Here is Clancy. She was the guilty party in terms of turning it over. She sends it to Claire O'Mara. Another free against O'Mara. She's going to have to watch it now. That's 2 tickings for the same offence. And she's looking a frustrated figure, I think it's fair to say, in front of us, as Coolera Strandhill get another free in their favour. Oh, lovely take in the air there by Orna Murphy. Murphy to Kerrigan. Kerrigan has to come back, and a chance for McDaniel. McDaniel is fouled, pulls back around the hips, and a chance, I'm sure, for Anna McDaniel to have a kick at the posts here and to try and add another white flag to their lead. And the referee has been busy with that whistle so far, there's no doubt about it. There's frustration from the travelling support here. Mungret did bring a bus of supporters, but plenty made their way all the way up the N17 by car. here's McDaniel, decided not to go with the shot. McDaniel gets one now. This time umpires have a decent look, and they agree together that that is a 4th wide for Coolera Strandhill. So it will be the Downings of Donegal or Kilcock from, well, I'll come back to that momentarily. The umpires have called in Kieran Groom for a brief enough chat, I think it's fair to say, and I think it looks like Kieran is happy enough to go. Just a quick word about something. Maybe it was the winning lottery numbers for tonight's lottery, we don't know, but nevertheless Mungret getting on. But here is O'Neill, and, just trying to mind that ball at the back. Oh, well, that's a bit of a risky one, but it finds its way to Gillian Buckley, who's operating at cornerback. Here's Laura Dunn, back to Buckley. Has to go through a number of challenges, spills the ball, but the white and red of Mungret keep on to it. And ball out here to Aoife Morrissey. Morrissey looking to launch an attack. She's well marshalled all the way. Sends it inside to Grania McKenna. McKenna takes on a couple of Coolera Strandhill players. Grania McKenna sends it off the right foot, and just didn't curl enough for her. Second wide now from Mungret, 4 wides to 2. We're yet to register a score, and we're 22 minutes into this one, but it has been tense stuff, I think it's fair to say. 2 points, by no means a disappointing lead for Coolera Strandhill, but by no means an insurmountable one if you're from Limerick. So a chance for Coolera Strandhill to come out here. There's a sea of jerseys and bodies in there. Referee letting play continue. They do well to break the line. And Anna McDaniel is going to be off the shoulder here of Heather Cotter. Cotter, though, doesn't see her, sends it inside. Carol Bateman, again, very good goalkeeping from her. She read the flight once again expertly and tidies it up with the minimum of fuss. And Mungret now need to escape the clutches of the red and white of Strandhill. And here's Caoimhe O'Neill, takes it into a bit of a dark alley, but comes away with it quite well. There's a chance. Now, Claire O'Mara decides to go with the direct foot kick into Niamh O'Keefe. O'Keefe bearing down on goal. O'Keefe, what can she do? She wants to turn onto her right by the looks of it. Does she stop? What does she have? She takes a hop. And the referee says there's too many steps from O'Keefe. And, he did signal too many steps. She probably did take a second hop, but I think the second one of those was to regather. But, brilliant stuff from Caoimhe O'Neill. But a great battle there with Sarah McDaniel. And it's McDaniel who comes out on top, and she gives it to finds its way to Anna McDaniel. Very well intercepted there by Anya Ryan, the Mungret captain, just when they needed it. Can they work a scoring opportunity once again? They looked to have one moments ago, but just run out of order. Free coming here, and a chance, you'd feel, for Grania McKenna to just gather herself and have a go at the post. Just looks to be inside the D, 25, 27 metres from goal. So a great opportunity for McKenna to have a go at the post. I think it was 4 points in that Munster final in a player of the match display. So McKenna going through her routine, and off the right, McKenna, brilliant stuff, kicks right through the ball and gets Mungret off the mark. 25 minutes into this contest, and a well taken free from McKenna. Now Bevine Hart decides to go very, very long with the kick out, and finds Heather Cotter. You can tell the breeze at her back, the way she kicked that one. It just flew through the Sligo sky here, and referee sees no advantage. He brings it back. Anna McDaniel again at the heart of it, and just off the field. Well, the referee let Coolera Strandhill take that free way ahead of where it was, and they've subsequently won another one, and Ruth Goodwin stands over this one, and again the notebook is out. I tell you, we'll do well now to get through 60 minutes without a part of we in this one. And that's the sense I get of it anyway at this juncture, as Emer McIntyre has advantage. McIntyre, very well blocked there. Referee says that the play advantage had been served, so perhaps Coolera Strandhill were waiting for the whistle, but McIntyre had her chance and the shot was blocked as Claire O'Mara gets it, sends it out to Mairead Clancy. Clancy takes her solo and the hand passes it up the wing to Emma O'Rourke, and O'Rourke does well to gather it. It's difficult conditions. Clancy back inside to Ryan, the team captain. And O'Mara is off the pitch momentarily. She was just getting a bit of attention there, and Clancy kicks it inside, but it's a 2-on-1. And Eva O'Keefe is in the one in this occasion. She gives away the foul. A push on the back there. Just a lack of patience from Mungret at times. And Coolera Strandhill can go back here. Well, the referee, he's busy with the paperwork. He's taking more notes than I have so far this afternoon as we head towards the end of this opening half. There's something, an issue here. Well, is that not something we have an issue with every day, but is a headband on one of the Mungret players is a little bit loose, and the sideline official decides to intervene and ties it up for her. So plenty of red headbands in support of Mungret St. Paul. Seems to be a running team through the team as McDaniel again gets on it. Anya Ryan is with her. McDaniel takes on her player. A push there from Gillian Buckley, and the difference though between that and Claire O'Mara, she clearly did push her, whereas O'Mara tried to barge through the tackle. That's the referee's interpretation, I would imagine, as Ruth Goodwin gets it, and another free going in favour of Coolera Strandhill. Referee was busy talking to a player, but lets the play go on. And Mungret have to put up the white wall in their way and try and stop this. There's a lot of steps there. While in fact he says there was a touch on the way through, and there's a free coming for Coolera Strandhill. The game has yet to get into a flow, and I say that as we approach half-time. It's a very, very stop-start. Perhaps that's why the score is so low in one instance anyway. There's certainly tension out there, there's no doubt about it. Annie McDaniel goes short with the free, gets it back, takes it from nearly the same place. I'm not sure about how wise that was. Well kept in again, Carol Bateman. Superb under the dropping ball. You could put your house on it. She'll mop up those ones all day, and I'm just not sure that Annie McDaniel is wise to get the 1-2 on the free, because she was under pressure for the second shot. And I think it was half blocked by Anya Ryan on its way through. Anyway, Mungret out to their near their own 65. Grania McKenna, nice little shimmy, and puts on a bit of gas. And chance now for Jane Casey as she runners outside her. Casey does well, bounces that firmly, so it comes back to her. Casey, she running out of options, has to come back to Niamh O'Keefe. Mungret will be wise just to be patient here, not to force it. Anya Ryan looks up for options, has to come back out here, and there's every time Mungret get the ball, there's a Coolera Strandhill player in their face. You'd have to wonder if they can keep that intensity up for 60 minutes, and the importance of both benches will come into play in the second half. I have absolutely no doubt. Aoife Morrissey does well, and decides to send it across to Anya Ryan. Ryan into O'Mara. O'Mara has won the free. Claire O'Mara, I wasn't sure for a second, just with the wind and everything else, difficult at times to hear the whistle, but the referee has agreed with the Mungret St. Paul supporters that was a free to them. They'll be heading back to senior football in Limerick next year, but they won't worry about that just yet. Grania McKenna on target with the last free, slices this one, and unfortunately for her has sent the ball to the right and wide. So we'll see if we have an announcement on stoppage time in a few seconds or so, but can't imagine there'll be an awful lot. There was a bit of an injury. Chance now for Mungret to get an attack. They've won a free, and it's Buckley who wins it. He gives it to Grania McKenna. Do they have runners? Ball sent to Anya Ryan. Back to McKenna. McKenna takes her solo. She does that quite a lot. It's standing still with the ball, take her solo, and look for runners off her. When here is McKenna again. We have now reached the 30-minute mark, as you'll see there. So we're at the discretion now of the Offaly official. Mungret would love to level this up, because they have certainly played second fiddle in this opening half. To that I have no doubt. What it would mean to them to draw level at the end of the opening half. A bit of a hospital pass there, but they recover the situation. Gillian Buckley finds Ryan, finds Clancy, and back to Aoife Morrissey. Bit of a long pass that didn't come off. Oh, well blocked down there. Mungret certainly finding their groove in the defensive qualities of the game. They've turned the ball over again, and they found a bit of Bit of air in the lungs as we come to the end of this half. Lovely interchange of passes. Finds its way to Emma O'Rourke. Sends it to Niamh O'Keefe. O'Keefe is going to have to use all her speed to get there. She does well. O'Keefe sends it inside to Jane Casey. Casey is blocked. Is that going to go out? No, it's not. It's well gathered by Bevian Hart, and a bit like her opposite number, Hart does extremely well to tidy up what could have been a messy situation. As the Sligo go side now, they look to launch one last attack. They want to double that advantage before the interval. 2 points to 1. Every score so valuable in this one, and a block there by Clancy. O'Neill goes through a couple of challenges, does well, has her advantage. And we have reached the half-time whistle here in Tubbercurry. Both sides, I'm sure, are going to be applauded off the field. But at half-time here, it is Mungret St. Paul's a point, Coolera Strandhill leading 2 points to 1. That's going to go close, and it's gone all the way. It's the number 13, Leah. momentarily, but that looks to be the only change I could see so far anyway on the Coolera Strandhill side. And their number 14 header, or Orna Murphy, has come out to centre forward, so we'll just see who has replaced. Number 19's gone in at wing forward. That's, as I said, Mairead McIntyre. So she's been picked up by Mairead Clancy. So the battle of the Maireads on that wing. That's the referee, Kieran Groom. And we're back underway here. Ball sent inside, well read there though by Niamh Crowley, and Crowley gets a hold of it, comes out of 3-4 Mungret players. Very well done by Crowley. Intercepted there, and Clancy slices it, but it's picked up by Heather Cotter. And the chance, first chance of the second half for an attack from Coolera Strandhill. They have advantage coming here. And here they come as Anna McDaniel sends it inside. Chance here, also well blocked there. The shot coming in from Orna Murphy, but we're coming back for the free. Well, chance for Coolera Strandhill to do what Mungret took 25 minutes to do in that opening half, and that's score up at these goals here. As a chance for Anna McDaniel, and well, McDaniel doesn't get the curl and it sends it wide. So it was Coolera Strandhill that shuffled the pack, it seems, in their team. So the confirmation that it was number 5 Susanna Gilligan replaced by 19 Mairead McIntyre, and number 17 Caoimhe O'Sullivan has come in for number 2. I'm sorry, pack number 7 Eve O'Callaghan. Well, the referee's having a word here with one of the Mungret players. Not sure what the issue is here. Yeah, sorry, just to clarify those subs, that Niamh O'Callaghan and Susanna Gilligan have made way, the number 5 and number 7 for Coolera Strandhill, and in their place are 19 Mairead McIntyre and 17 Caoimhe O'Sullivan. So that clarifies that one. The slips were a little bit late up to us here, but free coming to Mungret St. Paul's. First time I think the Coolera Strandhill have been called for taking too many steps. So Mungret can come away. But look at the length of that kick. That'll tell you that the wind is certainly blowing down that end of the field. Niamh O'Keefe goes for it. O'Keefe is, well, it's the free has been given against Mungret St. Paul's. And O'Keefe ended up on the floor, but Mungret supporters not happy that that was for them, and there's another tussle for possession. So many fights for possession. Grania McKenna comes up with it for Mungret St. Paul. She's going to have to come back here, and she does, to Niamh Crowley. Crowley finds a bit of traffic. The hand pass is not the best though, and it's intercepted by her opposite number, Emer McIntyre. McIntyre playing, it would appear, in the half back line since the interval. An advantage coming for Coolera Strandhill. Referee has given the free to Mungret St. Paul's. Anya Ryan stands up her player. Well, there's plenty of basketball experience in the Mungret St. Paul's ranks, and that's very familiar for those who watch the sport of basketball. Chance though for Grania McKenna. I wonder, is this a case she doesn't think she's going to reach it, so she finds another option. Clancy gets it, sends it inside. It's just a little bit too high for Emma O'Rourke, and O'Rourke will gather it at the second attempt. She comes back to Niamh O'Keefe. Gave away that foul a moment ago, and she sends it into Ryan. Gave a stellar speech after the Munster final, but she loses possession on this occasion, and we're eagerly awaiting the opening score of this second half. 2 points to 1. The game hasn't lacked quality. It's just one of those days, and there's the referee says he's charged there, and he's brought the ball forward for descent, and a free for the defending side, Coolera Strandhill, and it's kicked by Lisa Kilfeather. She finds Heather Cotter back to Anna McDaniel, so busy in that first half. Kicked the opening score of this contest, remember. And a head cutter to McDaniel. Referee says free coming in favour of McDaniel. We're going to go back for the free. And he says there's actually 2 fouls in there. We're going to go for the one closer to the sticks. And it's a chance for McDaniel. It's one she again decides not to take. Mungret, can they show up and try and turn the ball over? And Murray Clancy is fouled. She was picking the ball up, and McDaniel decided it was a chance to kick her. And good afternoon to Jasper McGuigan tuning in from further afield. He's over in Georgia, so another supporter of Mungret St. Paul's, Jasper. So hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. And Mungret going to go slowly back to the goalkeeper, Carl Bateman. Coolera Strandhill showing superb energy to keep the press high, and as an advantage though for the Limerick champions. They have won the Limerick Senior Football Championship three times, last in 2013. They're heading back to that grade next season, but they'd love to be there as All-Ireland and indeed Munster Junior champions. Here is Grania McKenna, gathers it at the second attempt. She has a couple of options, and she sends it to Emma O'Rourke. O'Rourke skips by a couple of challenges. Does she have someone to send this off to? O'Rourke, speculative effort, and that one is to the left and wide, and it's the first wide of the second stanza for Mungret St. Paul's. Their male under-20 footballers are also in action this afternoon. County semi-final for them. Very busy season for the club. They're coming right towards the end of that. It could in fact all be over today. The foul there by Anya Ryan on Emer McIntyre. We're about to see the Mungret bomb squad that made such an impact in that Munster final. A couple of subs being prepared down to our left, so we'll see when they're introduced. But the bench certainly beat Middleton that day. And well, I'm surprised there's a free there. Anna McDaniel ends up on the deck, and it's a foul. It's gone against Gillian Buckley. Daniel is in some discomfort beneath us, but there's a chance for Gillian Buckley to speak to the referee. He's looking at his watches. And, it's a carte bouille. It's a yellow card for Gillian Buckley. He indicates it's her third foul after 37 minutes. So Buckley into the bin for the next 10 minutes, and disappointment etched across her face as she makes her way to the dugout. But well, that's a big blow for Mungret. Hadn't found the equalising score, and now down a player. So Anna McDaniel is back to her feet. Mungret still persisting with the 2 subs. Yvette Culhan and Fiona Marcy about to enter the fray. They need a big innings from them, you feel. But back underway here as we have Emer McIntyre sends it to Shona Dalton, and again they're met by the white wall of Mungret. A lot of steps there, but back she comes, does Ruth Goodwin again into traffic, but it's dispossessed. Mungret win it. Here comes Murray Clancy, and she switches the ball across to Niamh Crowley. Crowley gathers it and surges up the field as Crowley. They run out of options. A lot of steps, but advantage coming her way. And again, it's well taken by Ryan, but we had, in fairness, come back for the free. We're now a couple of subs on the Mungret side. So as I said to you a moment ago, Fiona Marcy and Yvette Culhan are coming in. And Niamh O'Keefe, the number 15, and indeed the half-forward Niamh Crowley, who we just saw winning that free, I think. Well, is it just coming off? Again, there's confusion. We've continued. There's confusion as to who's gone off. Mungret temporarily with 16 on the field, not by their own doing, I think it's fair to say. Number 12 and number 13 are coming off. It is number 12 who's come off, and it is Niamh Crowley. So confusion galore. Referee decided to resume despite no signal from his linesperson, but that signal is now made, and we're good to go straight into the action. Fiona Marcy, and finds a runner. Here's Yvette Culhan, picked up a superb point in that Munster final shortly after being introduced. Can she repeat the trick? Again, a massive fight for possession, but it's Sligo through the form of Heather Cotter who come up with it. And now they have Sarah McDaniel on the possession. McDaniel and Cueva O'Neill tussle for it, but McDaniel, she retains it as a willing runner here in the form of Anna McDaniel across the other side, but she does superbly well to keep hold of it, does Anna McDaniel. Great ball across to Emer McIntyre. McIntyre surges into the middle, steps one way, steps the other, loses her footing, sends it back to Anna McDaniel. McDaniel ends up on the floor. Referee has blown the whistle. So what have we done? He's going to throw the ball up. It's a free out for Mungret, and McDaniel fouling Clancy, and a free out for the Limerick side. Cara Bateman comes out for it, and the longer it goes on with just a point between it, the tenser it's going to get. But a place in the All-Ireland final is a huge card for both these sides, so who can grab it? As the ball is sent long towards Grania McKenna. They want to get her into more space, and she finds it this time, sends it to Yvette Culhan, and Culhan joining sub Fiona Morrissey here, sends it across. Here is Grania McKenna. McKenna going through the traffic, ball ripped out of her hands, and of course she cannot do that, and referee quickly on the whistle gives McKenna the opportunity from the free. It is around about 30 metres from goal. You could add a couple more for the angle, and the breeze in her favour at her back, but it is a challenging one. Here comes McKenna. McKenna sends it high. That's looking good. Grania McKenna has levelled it, her second point. Mungret's second point, and 12 minutes into the second half. Grania McKenna lands a beautiful free, which she won herself. And now the Mungret faithful is starting to believe that an All-Ireland final appearance is not a million miles away. The free given away by Yvette Cullan, and referee, for perhaps a bit of back chat, decides to advance the ball up the field, and all the time Mungret getting numbers back. So we've seen one roll of the dice by Pat Kerrigan, the Coolera Strandhill Bonistore, because he had something more to change this one. Mungret starting to get on top. Claire O'Mara. Mungret do well. O'Mara has to come back. Gives it to McKenna. Will she be the match winner again? McKenna sends it across to Anya Ryan. Ryan again to McKenna. Always looking up, always head up, always surveying options. Injects a teeny bit of pace. Gives it to Ryan. Back to McKenna. And McKenna bearing down on goal. Is she being held? McKenna, great block in there. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Shauna Dalton. And the referee has given a free against one of the Mungret players. It was Fiona Morrissey. Well, there's a bit of surprise from John Horgan beneath us that there was no free given to Mungret on that occasion, but Coolera Strandhill come up with it as the physio for Mungret St. Paul's, Brian Moran, he makes his way in. And well, unlike the first half, we're going to continue. There's a player injured, and the referee decides to tell Bevan Hart to let's go, and Hart sees her free intercepted. Chance here, and the lovely turnover there by the Mungret number 4. And again, every ball is just so important. Ball played away on the deck, picked up by Clancy. She does well. Does she have options? Seemed to take a lot of steps there, but does well to find Shannon Burke. Mungret starting to find something. Here is Culhan to Clancy, and what does she do? She finds Jane Casey out to Cueva O'Neill. Mungret, can they have a look at the coasts? McKenna, she certainly thought about that. She has to check back. Does she have an option here? Anya Ryan is off her left shoulder. If she sees her, she doesn't. She comes back. McKenna off the right, puts that high. Where's it going to go? Is it going to turn in the wind? It doesn't turn enough. It goes to the right and wide. So we have parity on the scoreboard. We have parity on the wide count, and we now have a second Coolera Strandhill substitution. Number 20, Lucy Cawley, is being introduced after 45 minutes, and not sure exactly who she's replaced. Just missed that one. We'll confirm it for you momentarily. But nevertheless, is a free here as play got back underway straight away. A reminder, finish on the day scenario. So we could be going beyond the 60 minutes. Referee gives a free against On Your Ryan. Mungret still playing with 14. So Leah Kerrigan, the scorer of the second Coolera Strandhill point, she made way moments ago, and in her place was the number 20, Lucy Cawley. So the minute of inside forward is in, hoping to add a bit of spice to the attack in the closing stages. Advantage coming for the Yates County side, but ball turned over again by Mungret, and Aoife Morrissey certainly starting to justify her inclusion with those sort of turnovers. She's worked tirelessly for this side. Here is Cueva O'Neill. O'Neill sends it in, and one-on-one inside. Gathered inside by Fiona Morrissey. Morrissey back to the runner, who is Jane Casey. Casey, there's still a chance here for Mungret. What can they do? Referee says play will continue. I thought he was for a moment signalling a free, but he says nothing doing. What a chance that was for Grania McKenna. We have a bit of a cramp, or indeed maybe an injury in the backline. Referee says play will continue. There's a player being stretched out. Well, he stopped the game here, which I'm a bit surprised by, because the player is now back to her feet, but also when the physio was on for Mungret a minute ago, he decided we could play on, but on this occasion we've stopped it. So the linesperson has their flag up in the air just to mark where it is. It's Cueva O'Neill to take it. O'Neill, it's a bit of a risky one indeed. It's overcooked, and a chance for Coolera Strandhill through Anna McDaniel. The diminutive, or it's a familiar run of McDaniel, met all the way now by a Mungret challenge. McDaniel, look at that soloing, expert stuff off her right, going away from goal at all times though. She's going to have to get some support from somewhere, and she does, in the form of Ruth Goodwin. Goodwin into Murphy, and there's some good play there. Interchange finds Mairead McIntyre. Half-time substitution was McIntyre. That double sub hasn't yielded anything for them in terms of the score, but do we have one here? We don't. It's sliced to the right and wide from Heather Cotter, the number 11. And Mungret are preparing Gillian Buckley for her resumption. And yeah, she's a bit premature in that. Well, 30 seconds or so. My assistant here has indicated that he says there's 1 minute, but round about 20 seconds or so left on that clock, but the ball will have to go to play, of course, for her to resume. And there's very much an eagerness from all involved here to get her back on the field. Mungret, anyway, can they forge ahead while down to 14? Jane Casey. Casey, hop, and then a bit of a run, sends it into McKenna. McKenna sends it across. There's a challenge for possession. There's an injured party there. In fairness, I don't think he's given a free either way. Now Mungret are back up to 15, and right on cue, just over the 10-minute mark. So timely intervention there to see her included. And yep, here she comes, Gillian Buckley back in. Mungret back up to 15, but they're now going deeper to their bench as Claire Coughlin, who it looks like is being warmed up to her left-hand side. Clouds looming overhead. I tell you, whatever the weather, these sides won't care, and however they do it, they won't care. As we creep beyond the 48-minute mark here in Tubbercurry. Fine venue, fine facility for this game, and credit to them helping out their county, their fellow Sligo County club, Coolera Strandhill, where their pitch became unplayable earlier in the week. Good firm decision, and referee has decided he's going to have a note. Yvette Culhan, I think that is her second foul, so she'd want to watch it. Referee still doing some paperwork, and we're going back here again. So there's going to be a huge roar, I have a feeling here. Indeed there is. And yeah. Again, confusion reigns. Who's gone off? In fact, it's Jane Casey who makes way to number 13. Just gone off screen there to our left hand side. So The lady who sealed the Munster final victory has come in. 10 minutes to go. That's Claire Coughlin. So Claire Coughlin is in. Out goes Jane Casey. And Mungret, all the while you feel, have gathered the momentum, but yet to lead in this contest. It would be oh so sweet for them to lead right down the stretch and get over the line. They've been backed by some stalwarts of their GA club, and both these clubs operating a one club policy, the ladies football and the men's football in Coolera Strandhill under the one banner. Mungret St. Paul's, all 4 codes, ladies football, camogie, hurling and football, all played together in unison on the same facilities and shared resources. So the way forward being paved by both of these clubs as back underway. Gillian Buckley out from the cold, ball switched across. That's a risky one, and intercepted there by McIntyre. And now Coolera Strandhill, their supporters gone a little bit hushed to my right hand side. They need something to cheer in the next little while, as the physio be wise to get out of the way. He does, as Anna McDaniel, their main avenue to goal, it's fair to say, is Anna McDaniel, and she gets it here again. She's met by Buckley. McDaniel skips inside. She has a bit of space, sends a hand pass through. A real chance here now. Out comes Bateman, a brilliant goalkeeper from Carol Bateman. She's an all-over Murphy. Again, quick off her line, decisive play, and blocks with her feet and body to deny the number 14. What a chance that was for Coolera Strandhill. A goal you feel at any stage in this contest will be an absolutely massive score. Free coming for Coolera Strandhill. Their supporters have found their voice. I can see their PRO over there. She's on the Ocean FM commentary, the local commentary. There's tension all over her face. Ball out to this near side. Emer McIntyre. And McIntyre has to come through a few challenges. A loopy hand pass, ball spilled. Two challenges for it. There's a free given against the Mungret number 4. Looked a fair challenge for the ball, but it's going to be a free, and Anna McDaniel is going to step up to the plate here. She's elected to go backwards more often than not with these ones. So in fact she's passed the duty to the midfielder Ruth Goodwin. Again, they're hesitant about having a goal. The ball has changed hands once again. It's Heather Cotter, who's now on your screen, lining this one up. And with 8 minutes of this contest to go, this is a big moment. There is no doubt. Cotter doesn't go where she wants it. It doesn't go over the bar. It goes to the left and wide. So a let off for Mungret and a missed opportunity for Coolera Strandhill. Carol Bateman, what a save that was a couple of minutes ago. Mungret get over the halfway line, but it's the red of Coolera Strandhill as she lands on the ball. Always given the free against. There's absolute uproar in the stands. Getting very excited here are many members of the Mungret St. Paul's support. Referee stopped again, said that pushed her down, but the player, looked to me, was lying on the ball. But well, we'll have to agree to disagree. In fairness, the referee explained his decision. You can ask for a little more. The Coolera Strandhill go short, and they're looking to forge ahead for a second time. Led by 2 points to no score. Mungret chipped their way back. Level for so long now in the second half. Ball again turned over. And Yvette Cahan, one of the stalwarts of this side, was she fouled on the way out? She wasn't, says the referee. What can be done from here for Coolera Strandhill? Possession changing hands once more. Chance now for Shona Dalton. She finds Ruth Goodwin. Goodwin well marshalled there by Culhan. Changes the hands nicely though. Emer McIntyre. Referee, I think there's a free to Mungret St. Paul as well. It's a rule that I must brush up on myself, because it really does lead to confusion in the stands. I must say he's refereeing it to the letter of the law, but it's one that personally I'm not sure I'd agree with. The player on the attack is trying to make their way to goal, but up comes the roadblock, and the free is given against the attacker. Anyway, back underway. A 5th point in this contest, a 5th score in this contest could and indeed should be decisive. Mungret St. Paul's find it through Gillian Buckley. Sends it out the back. Here is Claire Coughlin, the girl they call Nan. Something to do with age. I'll let you work the rest out herself. Nan just takes a little bit too much in the solo. Ball spills away from her. And there's another tussle for possession. And a free out is coming in favour of Coolera Strandhill. And well, if we are to get to 60 minutes with 2 apiece, there's every chance we'll be going all the way beyond that. Coolera Strandhill through Bevy and Hart. Go short. Mungret putting the press on. Hart looking for it. Referee playing an advantage. And both teams at all times are looking for frees, and we're going to go back for the free. Back in the corner. I think he's going to say it was a high challenge. It could possibly be another card here. No, it's just a noting again as his lace being tied beneath us. And just over 4 minutes of this contest to go. We will have, I'm sure, a couple of minutes of stoppage time. Mungret, they thought they had it through Claire O'Mara, but they don't. Coolera Strandhill retain possession. Ava Cawley, she gets on it, and they work their way up that left-hand flank. Again, Mungret tried to cut it out, tried to intercept it, but don't. Surging run. Chance now. Heather Cotter. Cotter has an advantage. The advantage looks to be played. Indeed it is. It's into the substitute, Lucy Cawley, I think that is, over on the far side. Indeed it is. She sends it back to another one who's coming off the bench. Caoimhe O'Sullivan. Mungret with 13 players inside their own 45. So the walls of Limerick in the way as the ball is sent in. It's a dangerous one. It's taken inside. There's a chance. There it is! Superb finish from Orla Murphy. And with 3.5 minutes to go, Coolera Strandhill have found the goal that could send them to the AIB Junior Championship final. Oh, it was a superb move inside. Ball gathered, flicked out to the side, and a great bit of play and a great finish by Orna Murphy, the number 14, a dagger to the heart of Mungret St. Paul's. And referee says advantage, play will continue. Mungret going to have to come up with a goal of their own, you'd feel, in the next 3 minutes. We're going to have a bit of stoppage on top of that too, but it was a brilliant finish, and you don't beat Carol Bateman easy. It was well worked inside. Ball sent in, blocked down. Now Mungret need to come the length of the field and get something of their own. A lot of steps there, but they hold on to possession. They come back inside. There's a Coolera Strandhill player stranded on the floor. After that, I think it's indeed the goal scorer, Orna Murphy. Chance now for Grania McKenna. Advantage coming her way. Mungret need to move it quick. They need to move it accurately. Ball sent out to Culhan. I think they'd want her a lot closer to goal than where she is, but then nevertheless she gathers it. Culhan sends it into Morrissey. Do Mungret have something in their locker? Can they work a goal? They're going to need to. Advantage coming. We're going to come back for the free. Indeed we are. Mungret be wise now to try and move this quickly before every single Coolera Strandhill player comes back. They've now 14 of their 15 in their own half. And the other one is stranded on the turf here in and there's going to be another sub on the Coolera Strandhill team. We'll have it momentarily. It's the number 22. That's Laura Ann Laffey. The free, McKenna with the free. What does she do? She nails it. McKenna, they're going to need a couple more of them, you feel. If not a green flag, McKenna with her third. All the Mungret scores from frees. And there is the sub for Coolera Strandhill, just over to my right hand side. Laura Ann Laffey is coming in wearing 22. Who she has replaced is yet to be confirmed, but I have an awful feeling it's Orna Murphy, the goal scorer. So Murphy hobbles off the turf here, replaced by Laura Ann Laffey in the 59th minute, and we're back underway. Mungret thought they had it for a minute. Anna McDaniel though, is absolutely everywhere. She has been phenomenal for her side. I mentioned her scoring touch. But Mungret looking to turn it over. They're going to probably need a goal. You feel 30 seconds of normal time to go. Ball overcooked. Marie Clancy racing for it, but won't get there. She might at the second attempt. It's a free ball to the Limerick side. She kicks it inside, but well intercepted, well read there by the sub, Lucy Cawley. And Cawley gets on it again. Mungret going to have to be very accurate and very quick with their actions. Intercepted by Calhan, her free. The Mungret have nobody already ahead of the play. And we're going to the notebook once again. We're going to stop for a sub. Here comes the Mungret number 14, who didn't start the game. Megan O'Malley is coming in for Mungret. So Megan O'Malley replaces number 10, Emma O'Rourke. Again, there's again huge confusion once again with the numbers. Granny McKenna thought she was off, but she's actually on, and it's in fact Emma O'Rourke who makes way. That's the third or fourth time that we've had the wrong scores. Well, the time is up, as you see on your screen. Do Mungret have something in them? Claire O'Mara sends it on. There was a free coming in around the house time, you'd feel. You'd wonder, will Megan O'Malley get herself in around the goal? The ball, the referee sends, they're going to take it back to 2 or 3 metres. First time all day, I think he's done that as well. But McKenna, there must be time for 2 scores, because it doesn't look like she's shaping for anything other than a point here. McKenna sends it high. Oh, it's a lovely score by McKenna. Her 4th of the afternoon. We didn't get I didn't see a board for additional time. We're, as you can see, nearly 90 seconds over, a point in it. Mungret need another one. I think there's 3 left, is what I've been told. Left is the important word there. Calhan gathers it. O'Malley sends it inside to Coughlin. Coughlin just needs to keep the possession. Is there a slap down there? Referee says no. Played the ball. Coolera Strandhill looking to counter. Anna McDaniel. Is the sideline going to beat her? Referee. Is she lying on the ball? I'm just out of it now. She's touching the ball on the ground. Of course, someone will say you can't touch the ball on the ground there, but it's a free into Mungret anyway. That's the end result. Is he going in now to throw the ball up, or what's the story? Linesman has called him aside. Aaron Clocker has called him in, and a discussion about something or other. Again, not overly sure what's going on here, but all the while there's a player on the floor there as well. Yeah, there's an injury to one of the Coolera Strandhill players. I think it's Anna McDaniel, so hopefully she's okay. The tension certainly palpable here. It's the number 15, yeah. Anna McDaniel, she's certainly in the reckoning for player of the match here, but will she see the last couple of moments out? She's back into the action. Referee having a word with her. Looks to be okay to continue. Mungret, they come back with the ball to Claire O'Mara. They're going to have to be creative from here. There's a chance now on your Ryan. Is it wise to just have a go from here? It's a little bit far out. Mungret look to work through the channels. They've lost the ball. The referee, we're going to be looking at him every second now till he blows that whistle. Ball spills out again. Coolera Strandhill are good handling. They work the ball all the way out. Ruth Goodwin over that far side. Tussle for possession. Did she slide that ball away illegally? Well, referee allows play to continue. Gives the free to Coolera Strandhill. Mungret, a couple of players down with a bit of cramp. Niamh Crowley, in fact, Gillian Buckley being one of those. And Mungret have retreated probably a bit too far. Coolera Strandhill, they can sense it. They can sense the All-Ireland final, the AIB All-Ireland Junior final is within reach. It will be Donegal or Kildare opposition for whoever prevails here this afternoon, but it looks to be Coolera Strandhill. Possession, 9/10 of the law, you'd feel at this stage. Ball switched across. Will a white jersey come up with it? Claire Coughlin does. They're going to have to go 60-70 metres and kick a score. Coughlin on her own. Is she pulled back? Referee says she is. She's running out of road. Well, rightly so, he comes back. He's going to bring her back 15-20 metres. And Mungret going to have to get on with this. The number 20 is now coming in for Mungret. And that is Sarah Horgan. And Horgan is in. I'm not sure who's making way. Again, Sarah Horgan is in. Who is out is T, B and C. I'd say it's number 7, Gillian Buckley, but referee, we're now 5 minutes over. We certainly didn't have 5 minutes of stoppages in the previous 30, but this is where we are. Well, it is, yeah, the number 7, Gillian Buckley, who makes way. So she needs assistance off the pitch. Hopefully it's just cramp and nothing more serious than that. As there's a ripple of applause from both sets of supporters. Very sporting indeed, and I'm sure very much appreciated by Gillian. And she suffered that yellow card offence in the early stage of the second half, and came back in, ran herself to a standstill. McKenna sends it in. Where's it going? Who's underneath it? It's Anna McDaniel is underneath it. Everywhere for Coolera Strandhill, but there's another fight for possession. Claire Coughlin has a goal. It's kept in notes, hit off the player, and it's gone to the left and wide indeed. The chance Coughlin had tried to have a snapshot that would have potentially tied it up. Didn't get it away properly. And it looks to be Coolera Strandhill's day in this AIB All-Ireland Junior Club Championship semi-final. They go along with the kick-out. Referee Karen Groom says we're playing on. Yvette Culhan spills it in. Can they work one from here? Sarah Horgan back to McKenna. Back out. And a chance for Anya Ryan. Sends it across. Have they one more opportunity? Referee says no to the appeals for a foul. Back they come. McKenna. Jimmy's one way, Jimmy's the other. Back to Dunn. Laura Dunn. Back to Coughlin, sends it up. Coughlin, where's it going? Is it turning? It is! Sarah Coughlin has won it! 7 minutes into turnout around, and surely now, we are headed for extra time. What a finish! The referee is calling for the ball. Claire Coughlin has extended this game. We're heading to extra time. Frustration for Coolera Strandhill. They've somehow, despite going and goal ahead, conceded 3 points in a row. Well, and it will tell you, from where I'm standing, the mixed emotions, boos from the Coolera Strandhill faithful, huge cheers from all associated with Mungret St. Paul's. Claire Coughlin with a point for the ages. Well, we will go on in this contest. Both sets of players applauded to their dugouts. It may be low scoring, but I tell you, it's high octane, high energy. Mungret heading for the dressing rooms to recoup and refocus. Coolera Strandhill are going to do the same. What about that? 2 points from Grania McKenna, then the equaliser from the substitute. I called him the bomb squad earlier. And Claire Coughlin, well, big time player with a big time score. What a point it was to tie it up. Well, I'm going to take a bit of a break here. The stream will not go anywhere. Do not break connection with us. We will be back with you in a few minutes for the extra time period. But at full time here, after 60 minutes, Coolera Strandhill a goal at 2. Mungret St. Paul's 5 points. Bodies everywhere, a chance here. Ball sent inside, header Cotter, off the wall, off the foot of the post. Header Cotter had the goal possession, and it's Kerrigan who gets on it. Kerrigan off the right, sends that one high. That's going to go close, and it's gone all the way. It's Linus. McKenna sends it high. That's looking good. Grania McKenna has leveled it. Cleve O'Sullivan. Mungret with 13 players inside their own 45. So The walls of Limerick in the way as the ball is sent in. It's a dangerous one. It's taken inside. There's a chance. There it is. Superb finish for Laura Murphy. It's Laura and Laffey. The free. McKenna with the free. What does she do? She nails it. McKenna doesn't look like she's shaping for anything other than a point here. McKenna sends it high. Oh, it's a lovely score by McKenna. Laura Dunn. Back to Coughlin. Sends it up. Coughlin, where's it going? Is it going? And surely now, we are headed for extra time. What a finish. The referee is calling for the ball. Claire Coughlin has extended this game. We're heading to extra time. Frustration for Coolera Strandhill. They've somehow, despite going You're very welcome back to this AIB All-Ireland Junior Club Championship semi-final. Coolera, Strandhill, a goal and 2. Mungret, 5 points. That's how it ended. Thanks to Claire Coughlin's heroics right at the death. We're headed for 2 10-minute periods of extra time. And it looks as though the toss has just taken place. It looks as though Mungret will play as they did in the first half of that game, playing from left to right. And a reminder, Mungret in the white, Coolera, Strandhill in the huddle in front of you there in the red and white. So 3 late points, 2 from the boot of Grania McKenna and 1 from substitute Claire Coughlin sends us all the way to extra time. If we're level after the 80-minute mark, after the 2 periods of 10 of course, if we're level then we will have 5 30-metre frees. So I tell you, it will ratchet up even further. Now there probably is going to be subtle changes on the sides. It looks like Mungret are going to continue as they finished. I will spot any changes in the Coolera Strandhill team. Great to see some young supporters of both sides talking to, in the few minutes I had a break there, just chit-chatting to the respective sides. There's heart rates slowly coming down towards the resting rate after that. It was quite the score from Coughlin. Coolera Strandhill's fans, though, they weren't happy. They felt that they were a little bit over time. Indeed, it was hard to argue against that. So 22. Laura Ann Laffey, well, I've mentioned she's come in, but she had come in indeed before the end of the game anyway. So number 14, as we know, the goal scorer Orna Murphy was injured. So I think there's just confirmation of that substitute. So we have tuners in Siberia, Barbados, Mungret, and indeed in Strandhill, and everywhere in between for this one. And you're getting 20 minutes here of overtime as Caoimhe O'Neill gets on the possession. And I mentioned Barbados, as I said earlier. It's her own mother in Barbados tuning in. As Anya Ryan gives away the free and gives the ball straight to the referee. Anna McDaniel, I think the fouled party, in fact it was Sarah McDaniel who is fouled on that occasion. Here is the slightly fresher legs of Lucy Crawley. Fitness will play its part there, I have no doubt. Ball sent inside as they look to forge ahead again. Mungret yet to lead in this contest. Coolera Strandhill have held the advantage. There's a free in here, and surely now a tap over free for McDaniel to extend, or to reopen, I should say, that Coolera Strandhill lead. And we're headed, as I say, for another period of tense football. McDaniel straight in front of the sticks and nonchalantly knocks it over the post. A second for her and a fourth score of the afternoon for Coolera Strandhill. So they moved themselves ahead 1-3 to 5 points as Carol Bateman made a crucial save with 10 minutes to go, powerless to prevent the only goal of the contest, as Caoimhe O'Neill ducks her way through a few challenges. Again, Coolera Strandhill, they don't sit off at all. As a free there though for a very, very slight touch on the Mungret fullback Laura Dunn. Ball knocked across here to Anya Ryan. Ryan sends it out to youngster in the squad, Sarah Horgan. As I may have mentioned already, her father is the Bonastor of the team, her mother secretary of the club, so very much involved. Ball that was spilled by her and a foul by a white jersey, and a chance for Coolera Strandhill. They're going to try and open up an unassailable advantage as Yvette Kilhan gives away the foul. She blocked the hand pass and then just leaned into her opponent, and she doesn't seem too impressed by that decision. She's in a quick chat with the referee, but as Anya Ryan goes in on the challenge there, but McDaniel skips through the challenges. Can she add another point? One from play this time, in fact. McDaniel just to the right and wide, didn't curl enough, and the breeze, as I mentioned it probably an hour ago or so, a reminder that blowing from right to left. It was the number 15, Annie McDaniel. Couldn't judge the breeze perfectly that time, but blowing, as you look at it, towards the left-hand corners of your screen, and indeed a little bit over to this side of the pitch, if you catch my drift. Mungret St. Paul's, their under 20 men's football, have won through to the Limerick Premier Football Final, so the tradition and indeed increased strength of the game in the parishes of Mungret St. Paul's is growing time and again, and another final for them to look forward to after winning the under 21 grade last season. Here is Claire Coughlin. Her right foot, the main reason we're still here beyond the 60-minute mark, is another run there. Here's Yvette Culhan. Culhan gives it in to Morrissey, and Morrissey gives it out to Coughlin. She made her loop all the way around the back. Coughlin, is she blocked? She is. Is she illegally? So she is. It's a free in for Mungret St. Paul's, and a chance for her to I say her, it's going to be Grania McKenna to add what she hopes to be a 5th point of the contest. What a prize on offer, a place for your club in an All-Ireland final, but we're no closer to knowing who that is, because Grania McKenna has knocked over her 5th point, all from frees this afternoon. And I think she's only missed one, in fairness, in these testing conditions. The race goes on. It's Mungret win it again. Here is Coughlin. Coughlin inside. There's a chance out the back. Here's O'Malley. O'Malley goes for the point. Does she knock it over? She does indeed. Megan O'Malley. Mungret into the lead. Megan O'Malley sensibly, I think, knocks over the point. She's wearing number 14, but as you recall, only came in deep into the second half, late in the contest. But what a score by her. Mungret into the lead. The very first time this afternoon that the Limerick side have led. Chance, though, for parity here as Ruth Goodwin forges through. In fact, it's Shona Dalton intercepted. What's left in the tank? Here's Yvette Calhan. Fights for it. Calhan picks it up well. She has options inside there. One of those is Horgan. And Horgan into Morrissey. There's 3 subs combining. The fresh legs of Mungret starting to tell the difference. We've 5.5 minutes of this opening half played. So Mungret trying to double their lead. It's a little bit of an under-hit and indeed inaccurate pass from Grania McKenna, but Sarah McDaniel carries it away for the hosts. McDaniel sending it in. Still plenty in the legs of the younger of the McDaniels, Anna McDaniel. Oh, lovely tussle for possession. McDaniel runs out of the road, hits the ground in frustration, looking for a free. Doesn't come. And Caoimhe O'Neill sensibly turns back to keep possession. It's a 50-50 ball. Coughlin does well, stops it with her foot, picks it up. Is she tripped? No, she's not, but indeed a little bit belated. We do hear the referee's whistle, but I mentioned these clubs embracing all codes. Well, certainly Mungret in terms of the 4 codes. Strandhill, I believe, getting there on the small ball front, but a first opportunity to play in an All-Ireland final for either. What an opportunity it is. The ball sent across here. Ball doesn't bounce well on the turf. Claire O'Mara misses it, and Ava Cawley comes away with it. We're going to have another sub on the Coolera Strandhill side as Laura Ann Laffey is being prepared, I believe. Well, I think she was on briefly. A bit of confusion in my own mind, but we'll confirm what that is at some point. Yeah. And she comes in for number 8, Ruth Goodwin. So number 22. So in fact, I have a feeling that Orna Murphy in fact resumed her place. So she was only off briefly. She came back on as a sub at the start of extra time, and it was Laura Ann Laffey who has been subbed off, and now subbed back on again, if you follow. So it's Ruth Goodwin, after a tireless enough shift around the middle of the park, who makes way. Straight into the action is Laffey. She gives it to Lucy Cawley. We're starting to see the sub numbers really come to province here, and she's well marshalled there, though. Is the chances of pull back of the jersey there, or the arm I should say, back for the free. We're going to go all the way back for the free. There was a pull on the arm. In fairness to the referee, did give a good long advantage, wasn't taken in its fullest, so we're going to come back for the free. The free, not at the most testing of angles, but certainly not as straightforward as the one we had a few moments ago that was knocked over by Anna McDaniel. So she's gathering herself, and a chance to level us up again. The breeze seems to have picked up a little bit, if only momentarily. McDaniel goes through her technique, sends it high and sends it over the bar. Her 3rd point of the afternoon, and we are level again. We are going to start thinking and talking about the dreaded freeze to decide this one. Coolera Strandhill going to roll the dice again with a sub, and it's going to be Niamh O'Callaghan, who was removed from the field at half-time, replaced at half-time I should say. So she's fresh and ready to go, having missed the last 35 minutes of action or so, as Caoimhe O'Neill carries it out for Mungret. And there's a ball sent in. Coughlin tussles for it. Anna McDaniel is absolutely everywhere. I tell you, if there's a GPS in her, the battery would be run out. Referee, what's his signal? He actually hasn't. There's a sub on the Mungret team. Let's see what that sub is. 26 has gone in for Mungret. And number 7 has gone in for Coolera Strandhill. So, yeah, Mungret have, there was an error in the way it was called out. Number 26 has gone in. That's Jenny O'Malley. She's replaced number 6, Cameron Maloney for Mungret St. Paul's. And that confirmed the Coolera Strandhill one momentarily. But I do know that Niamh O'Callaghan has gone in. And we're headed into the last few seconds of this half. Mungret preparing yet another sub. And that is Katie O'Mahony. Katie, a native of Torina in the neighbouring village to Mungret. So, and I'll tell you about her family prowess in the game of Gaelic football momentarily when she comes in. But back with the action. A chance now for Lucy Colley. Been very busy, but yet to really create an opportunity. Mungret diving almost on the ball. Referee says we're going to go to half time, and so we'll have to wait for Mungret St. Paul's. So it's half time and extra time. As I said, we're no closer really to knowing the result of this, and the light is still okay here, starting to go a little bit, but we should be done in the next 20 minutes or so, one way or another. Coolera Strandhill applauded off the field. The Mungret fans starting to find their voice as well. And let's just see what they have in the tank. So, a reminder, if we're not able to find a winner in the next 10 minutes or so of action, we'll be going to 30-metre free kicks. The clubs will nominate 5 players. We will cycle through the 5 to see if we can find a winner, and if we do not, we will have sudden death. So, I'm not sure either club will want that. Mungret, you would feel, have the advantage of the elements, but as we saw, they didn't really make too much use of that in the 30 minutes of the second half, so unless they found a bit of a better formula, I tell you, there's going to be loads of disappointed people leaving here, whether they're from Limerick or Sligo. It has been an absorbing contest of ladies football. And just to confirm that sub a few moments ago, it was Niamh O'Callaghan, number 7, and she was, in fact, no, we didn't, still no confirmation, but the recent subs, Ruth Goodwin was replaced by Laura Ann Laffey on the Coolera Strandhill side. So the officials out in the middle of the field, as you can see there, that's Coolera Strandhill in their huddle, and this is the time for a strong voice to just give that extra few percent to push them over the line. You can see down at the Mungret end, there's the goalkeeper Carol Bateman is speaking to her side, Coolera Strandhill, I'm sure trying to take on electrolytes, water, whatever it is, to keep them energised for the next 10 minutes. One moment could decide this one. Both sides, as we say, have gone to the bench to try and reinvigorate their chances of winning this one. Mungret back out from their huddle. And we're just trying to see, have they made that sub? Indeed they have. Number 17 has gone in. So that's Katie O'Mahony. I mentioned her family prowess. Katie is the niece of former Kerry star Aidan O'Mahony. What a player he was in his day. So if she's following in those footsteps, I'm sure she's going a long way. She's a talent, it's no doubt. As we just try and keep our ear out for further substitutions. Mungret have completed that sub. And O'Mahony is gone, would appear. So I knew she was about to come in. Katie O'Mahony has replaced. No, again, we're confusion with the subs because Niamh Crowley had long gone off. So again, I'll come to them when I have them. Anyway, back underway for the second period of 10 minutes. McDaniel gets away her hand pass. Is hit quite hard after it, but fairly so, says the referee from Offaly. McDaniel gets to her feet and in turn gets the ball back. One score could be enough in this 10-minute period. Ball sent inside to Laura Ann Laffey. And Laffey skips through a challenge, does very well indeed. Takes her solo. It's almost as if she's going to fix her gum shield though, mid-solo there. And puts the brakes on, finds McDaniel. McDaniel skims it along the deck. And O'Malley comes up with it, the substitute. Jenny O'Malley bursting out with it. Referee says she was held on the way out. And that's Jenny O'Malley. And ball sent to Claire Coughlin. Coughlin, is she held? Does well, bounces it, sends it inside to O'Mahony. Here's the captain, Ryan. Sends it down now to the inside forward, Aoife Morrissey, I should say. Started this game as among a number who continue to fight beyond the 70-minute mark. We'll head towards 80. We're going to have a load of players who've clocked up each and every second of this contest. And back they come. Ryan sends it back to Culhane. Here's Culhane. She likes a shot at the post, but does she run into a bit too much traffic? She does. Mungret player goes in on her knees, picks it up, and that is a foul. There's a run off the ball here. But that referee eventually allows a goal. It's kicking straight away. Here's Anya Ryan. Sent inside. Chance here, is there a foul in there? No, the ball is dislodged fairly. And again, Ryan is in to try and fight back for Mungret. Ball hand passed out. The handling not the best in the first couple of minutes of the second half. And the line ball to Coolera Strandhill. Ball sent across, dangerous one, intercepted by O'Malley. O'Mahony gets onto it, takes her bounce, sends it inside. There's a pull very high there. Referee is right to bring this back for the free. And Mungret, tenacious in the tackle, do well to intercept, do well to turn the ball over, win their free. And you feel it's certainly at this point, with that wind, worth having a look at the posts for Gráinne McKenna. So McKenna going through a routine, shoulders facing a little bit away from the post. And she sends it, it's going to tail, I believe. The goalkeeper comes out, does well, but doesn't gather it, sends it back. Morrissey, what does she do? She slices it under severe pressure. Sends it to the right and wide, but again, the tension is just... Now, here's Bevan Hart. Hart goes long, but doesn't find a clubmate, finds indeed a white jersey of Mungret. And there's a free in. And well, McKenna, while it's on the unfavourable right-hand side for a right-footed free taker, it is a bit closer to goals. And we have another sub about to be reintroduced for Coolera Strandhill, the number 5. Susanna Gilligan is being prepared, but we're back underway with the free that has been signalled to be taken. As McKenna puts it onto the boot. McKenna, where's that going? The umpire is going for that white flag. Gráinne McKenna holds her nerve. The Monaghan native for Mungret St. Paul's lands the score to give them the slenderest of advantages. 6 minutes still to run. There's a sub being taking place on this side, and Coolera Strandhill thought they had the kick out away efficiently. But as I said, Susanna Gilligan taken off at half time. She has been reintroduced. We'll just catch the number here as she comes out. I think it's could be the team captain. Indeed it is, Edwina O'Malley. A tough afternoon at the back there in terms of the work rate needed. The kick out though goes straight to Mungret. A 2-point lead here will be huge. O'Malley sends it up off the right. That's going to tail. And the goalkeeper, in fact, decides to keep it in, and wisely, I think so. Bevian Hart, I mentioned that penalty save. It won't be penalties after 80 minutes if it's a draw. It'll be frees. So you'd wonder, have the teams practiced these? We're back for the free, intercepted by Grania McKenna, but there was no advantage coming for Coolera Strandhill. It's given again straight to Mungret. Tired minds and tired bodies, no doubt. Culhan tussles for it. She did jump on the opponent's back. Looked like a clear push to me, in fairness. And again, a sigh of relief for Coolera Strandhill. And it's all very tense down beneath us at the sidelines. Mentors galore, pointing, shouting, cajoling, doing everything they can. Coolera Strandhill need to come up with an answer. They did score once up at the goal to our right hand side in the 30 minutes in the second half. That was a goal. They did not manage a point. They have struggled, it's fair to say, to create the openings when playing this direction, but it will only take a moment to change that. Mungret fighting tooth and nail. 3 or 4 subs there. They've turned it over. Grania McKenna sends it in. She's going to get it back. McKenna has a go at the post. It's blocked. And I think she might have been better off to check back there, but McKenna sees her effort blocked. Claire Cocknell looks to block McDaniel, who comes out with the ball. No, in fact, it's Lisa Kilfeather. The ball is gathered, but again, each ball, McDaniel, the push in the back there. Referee says, yep, Shannon Burke, you did push her. Tried to send her back to Strandhill with the push, but illegally, correctly says the referee. And Anna McDaniel is in a bit of discomfort on the turf. She has been phenomenal for her side, there is no doubt about it, and I don't say that just in terms of kicking 3 frees to date. There's been so much more to her game. She plays so deep, runs from deep, is the out ball every time. And again, another player, if you look at the 30 plus we've used this afternoon, that would be very much to the fore in terms of player of the match. But we're good to go. McDaniel is not good to go, but referee says we will continue. Pat Kerrigan, the manager of Coolera Strandhill, he is signalling to his comrades in the bench there that we need fresh legs. They have one prepared, they have one ready to go, and it's Ava White, the number 30, who will be introduced momentarily. Play will go on. There's a foul there by Grania McKenna. No, there's not. The referee says play on. Lovely little kick ball down the wing here. I tell you, Ava McDaniel, she's some warrior. She's running back into the play after receiving treatment. And we're back for the free here. McDaniel can barely walk. There's people here who can barely think about what this will do for their club. The next 2-3 minutes of action with 2 minutes of normal time. The free goes short. Is it another foul? It is. It's a push in the back. McDaniel, though, won't be able to kick a free from here. She has to go backwards. Mungret looking to turn it over, and they could effectively seal it. Chasing after there. It's Ava Cawley. Passes it off to Lucy Cawley. Cawley, there's a free coming. The advantage is being played. Will we come back for the free? The long Anna McDaniel. McDaniel sends it up, and well, we had going back for the free. It's back for the free. We're coming back for the free. So, well, I tell you, the Coolera Strandhill supporters are not going to enjoy that. They thought Anna McDaniel had tied it up, and I thought so too, but then I saw the referee was standing, pointing. It's a free in, and McDaniel, in her fatigue state, will have to dust herself off to try and knock this one over the posts and tie this one up. Wind against her, time starting to come against her as well, and I wonder, will she try and the old 1-2 that she's tried so many times this afternoon, hasn't yet paid off. Mungret player Morrissey, who's close to come away, she's looking to the sideline, I think, for instruction. I feel you have to have a go here, and I think that's what she's going to do. McDaniel sends it. Oh, the wind carries it immediately. The second it went up, the wind takes it to the left and wide. The Boron is being hit down here by the Mungret supporters. They feel that that's a big moment in their quest to head to the AIB LGFA Junior Championship final in a couple of weeks' time. Carol Bateman, as we enter, as we'd say in the States, garbage time. Ball, though, intercepted by Sarah McDaniel. She does well to keep a hold of it as white jerseys flying after her. Is she fouled? She is. It's a long way from goal. They try to work it into a more advantageous position. Ball with Anna McDaniel. She hand passes it out the back. There's a chance. It's the number 19. Where's she going? She has to check back. Mungret all trying to dive on her bootlaces. Sends it in. Does she have it? She does. We're level. What a score. And I think it was Mariah McIntyre who finished it off. Hard to see through a crowd of bodies, but it looked to be the number 19, I think, who's knocked it over. We're level again, and dare I say it, we are heading for freeze. Yeah, lovely outside of the boot finish with the right, and the umpire went sprinting for that white flag. Mungret will hope now that we have more time. We don't. It is all over here after 80 minutes. We are headed for 30-metre freeze. 1-5 to 8 points. These sides could not be separated after 60, 70 or 80. We have to go to freeze. We will definitely have a winner after that. How long it will take is anyone's guess, but what a game of football here, and what a heroes at both ends. Coolera Strandhill tie it up right at the death, as did Mungret St. Paul's right at the end of normal time, and we're headed for the extra, well, I was going to say extra time. We're headed for the dreaded freeze to decide this one. Don't go anywhere. We're going to stay live for this one. I'm going to just pop off mic to gather a drop of water, but we'll keep you informed momentarily about which end, who's taking them, and indeed what happens. But stay on the edge of your seats, because I'm sure that's where you've been for the last little while. We'll be back to you momentarily. Gathered my thoughts, got the blood pressure back down, and we're headed for 30-metre freeze. As you can see, it'll be the goal over to our left-hand side, which means the strikes will be wind assisted. A bit like penalty shootouts in association football, and indeed Gaelic football now. It'll be the best of 5, so we could have a winner after 3, we could have a winner after 4, or indeed 5 kicks. And if we're not level after, if we are level after 5, we will continue for kicks 6, 7 and 8. Sudden death there from there on though, and it looks to me like we see the 5 Mungret players, and among them it appears to be the goalkeeper Carl Bateman, which makes complete sense. Among them also the free taker Grania McKenna, And it looks to me as though Claire Coughlin, the player who kicked their only point for play in the contest, is also going to take, one of their 2 points for play in the contest is going to take one. And it looks also as if Megan O'Malley, I'll confirm the Coolera Strandhill ones as we go, but they're still in their huddle. Mungret have picked their 5 players. The rest of the players are in amongst the dugout, trying to reset themselves. But certainly from a Mungret St. Paul's point of view, it looks to be the 5 likely takers. We'll see who's going first as well, because that will certainly have a factor. The referee is telling that it's only the 5 who finished who will be entering the field of play. And I'm going to try and join my cameraman up here for a better view, if we can at all. As, Mungret sneakily, it looks like, going out taking a few warm-up kicks. That's in fact, they're just kicking away rather well. Coolera Strandhill supporters to our right, they've found their voice again. Among further down the terrace, there's a plethora of supporters, mainly Coolera Strandhill. So it looks the freeze from the hand. As you can see, the black and white flag there will mark just 2 of those. So anywhere between there is stiff to strike the ball. Don't believe they're allowed to go over the line before throwing the ball, and then they'd have to kick it over. So referee, just as you can see there, going through the explanations. It's not a common occurrence. I would suspect that neither side have ever taken part in one of these, certainly on such a big occasion, perhaps in maybe a league or earlier rounds of a championship, but certainly not this season anyway. The work of the other 10 players is done. It's down to these 5 each. The referee, I think, is probably telling them about encroachment over the line. But we're headed for freeze. So a 1. See the Mungret manager John Horgan there in the red bib, the white hat, shaking hands with the opposition players, and I'm sure a mutual respect has been born this afternoon between the 2 clubs, and a real titanic tussle between them. And I'm sure, at least while some people disagree with this way to decide a game, at least it's just down to players and nothing else, no outside factors, unless there's a gale storm wind, of course, that blows them away. But here we go. Who will be first? So Mungret have nominated their 5. I can see amongst though the Coolera Strandhill, Sarah McDaniel is there. Heather Cotter, the number 11, is also there. We'll bring up to speed with the other 3 as they take them. You'd wonder, all that messing around before and after training, taking shots from in around this distance, will that reap some reward? Looks as well Anna McDaniel, so the 2 McDaniels are there for Coolera Strandhill. For Mungret, it's Fiona Morrissey, Claire Coughlin, the goalkeeper Carol Bateman, and also, of course, the free taker Grania McKenna, who's down there as well, and the number 14 Megan O'Malley. So they've gone with experience. There's bags of experience between that quintet of players. All very tense. So we are headed for penalties here, as I say, or sorry, 30-metre freeze. Penalties on the brain. It'll feel like a penalty. It'll feel like there's someone in the way, but we're headed after a draw after 80 plus minutes. What a game it was. So the first up is going to be Coolera Strandhill. It's number 22. Laura Ann Laffey. So She has to tie her lace first, but the number 22, Laura and Laffey, a substitute just at the end of normal time and reintroduced in extra time. Very experienced player in the squad. What will she do with the first free? She has not got it right, it looks like. No, it is tailed to the right and wide. And Laura Ann, well, it's a very, very difficult ask. The weight of the world, it feels like on their shoulders. As Grania McKenna says, that ball is soft. And she's taken plenty of kicks at goals today. 5 points in all during the contest. So she goes through her routine, which is a little bit different. Solos the ball and stuff before her free. So McKenna looks at the post. Grania McKenna, what does she do? Gets it high, gets it. Oh, it's off the post, but it sneaks inside at the far side. Heart in the mouth stuff. Grania McKenna, well, she didn't leave much to spare there. She probably misjudged the wind. The wind certainly blowing towards that left-hand post. But, well, what about that? Off the post, but sneaks inside. And there sometimes are the differences. It's the number 19 who's stepping up for this one, Mairead McIntyre. Her point sent us to the freeze. McIntyre brings it central, slices it. It's going to tail as it is. And McIntyre is unable so far to follow up those heroics that happened at the end of extra time. And not going to plan so far for the Sligo and Connacht champions. A chance now for Claire Coughlin. I mentioned players kicking the ball, or sorry, sending the game beyond where we are. Claire Coughlin put it for 60, and a girl who plays plenty of soccer, no doubt, prefers it off the deck. So Coughlin goes through her routine. What did she do? She sliced it though. It hasn't gone well. It just stays outside the post. And Claire Coughlin, the minute she kicked it, she knew that it wasn't on target, and well, it's disappointing for her, but it keeps Coolera Strandhill in the fight. Now up steps Anna McDaniel. Well, certainly an afternoon to remember for her in terms of her performance. Anna McDaniel, oh, it's just stayed outside the right-hand post, and to the right and wide. All three now for Coolera Strandhill have gone to the right and wide. You'd feel very, very sorry for anyone in this contest that they have to step up there after, especially those who played 80 minutes. Anna McDaniel is one of them now. Here's Carol Bateman. Unsurprisingly, I'm going to say she didn't score during the contest, but kept goal very, very well for Mungret St. Paul's. And Bateman does well. Does she float it over? She's got it. Carol Bateman doubles the Mungret lead. Cool as you like. Waiting to perfection. And Mungret on the brink. Coolera Strandhill have to score this one or it is over. Heather Cotter gathers the ball. The whistle has been blown. And Cotter, does she get it? Oh, brilliant from Cotter. Didn't take much time at all with it. Keeps the contest going. Puts the pressure back on Mungret. And it means we will go all the way. Well, we'll go on again, I should say. It's Fiona Morrissey. So Morrissey, the chance to win it. 2-1. 4 taken for Strandhill, so they're going to need this one to go wide or short or off target in some way. Fiona Morrissey gathers herself, sends it with the right foot. Morrissey, where's it gone? It's over! Fiona Morrissey has won it for Mungret St. Paul's. They are headed to the 2024 All-Ireland Junior Cup Championship Final. A 3-1 victory here after a thrilling draw with Coolera Strandhill. Heartbreak for the Sligo champions. But what a moment for the Limerick club. Superb. 3 out of the 4 frees nailed. But let's spare a thought for the Coolera Strandhill players. They contributed superbly to this contest. The frees didn't go their way, but my God, were they superb before that. They kicked the equalising score to bring us here. They led for so much of the contest, just couldn't squeeze over the line in the 60 minutes. And instead, it's Mungret St. Paul's of Limerick heading to their first AIB All-Ireland Club decider. The junior final is underway. 2 weeks' time. Look at the scenes beneath us. Carol Bateman nailed her free. She's one of the players celebrating there. Congratulations to all connected with Mungret St. Paul's. They prevail. It's Coolera Strandhill who have been defeated. So a full-time score here. A goal and 5 for Coolera Strandhill. 8 points for Mungret, which finished 3-1 after freeze here in Tubbercurry. What a fantastic game. Thank you very much for tuning in. I've been Tom Clancy. We will chat to you again on an LGFA broadcast very, very soon. Bodies everywhere, a chance here. Ball sent inside, header Cotter off the wall, off the foot of the post. Header Cotter had the goal possession, and it's Kerrigan who gets on it. Kerrigan off the right sends that one high. That's going to go close, and it's gone all the way. It's the number. McKenna sends it high. That's looking good. Grania McKenna has leveled it. Cleve O'Sullivan. Mungret with 13 players inside their own 45. So the walls of Limerick in the way as the ball is sent in. It's a dangerous one. It's taken inside. There's a chance. There it is. Super finish from Laura Murphy. That's Laura and Laffey. The free. McKenna with the free. What does she do? She nails it. McKenna doesn't look like she's shaping for anything other than a point here. McKenna sends it high. Oh, it's a lovely score by McKenna. Laura Dunn. Back to Coughlin. Sends it up. Coughlin, where's it going? Is it going? Surely now, we are headed for extra time. What a finish. The referee is calling for the ball. Claire Coughlin has extended this game. We're heading to extra time. Frustration for Coolera Strandhill. They've somehow... We're no closer to knowing who that is, because Grania McKenna has knocked over her 5th point outside. There's a chance out the back. Here's O'Malley. O'Malley goes for the point. Does she knock it over? She does indeed. Megan O'Malley. The breeze seems to have picked up a little bit, if only momentarily. McDaniel goes through her technique. McKenna puts it onto the boot. McKenna, where's that going? The umpire is going for that white flag. Grania McKenna holds the check back. Mungret all trying to dive on her bootlaces. Sends it in. Does she have it? She does. We're level. She has not got it right, it looks like. No, it is tailed through the right and widens. What does she do? Gets it high, gets it. Oh, it's off the post, but it sneaks inside at the far side. Parts in the mouth. Brings it central, slices it. It's going to tail as it is. And McIntyre is unable so far to follow up those heroics through her routine. What did she do? She sliced it though. It hasn't gone well. It just stays outside the post. And Claire Coughlin. Afternoon to remember for her in terms of performance. Anna McDaniel, oh, it's just stayed outside the right hand post. And Bateman as well. Does she float it over? She's got it. Carl Bateman doubles the Mungret lead. Gathers the ball. The whistle has been blown. And Cotter, does she get it? Oh, brilliant from Cotter. Didn't take much time at all. With the right foot. Morrissey, where's it gone? It's over.